Good morning and good evening, everyone. Good afternoon to some. Welcome to our Buddhist Knowledge sessions, which is special session only once a month on every first Saturday of the month. So, as our pretty MC has already announced, today we are having Buddhist Knowledge, but maybe she had not tell what is the topic I prepared for you. Well, before we gonna start, just let me announce this that today topics that we are preparing for you is called Qualification for Enlightenment. Many of us may be learning about Buddhism, practice meditation, and also learning that we also have a chance to purify ourselves or even earn the ticket or right to enter nirvana. But the question is how? Well, there are more sophisticated method to involve with that, which is qualification for that. So that's what is the qualification that I mentioned. Maybe we can find that out today. And so let's find that out after our session. So hope you're all ready for our meditation time. And at this time, we all know that situation around the world, especially in Ukraine, are not quite well. So let us not wasting our time. Also meditate and pray for the peace in Ukraine, hoping the situation to be settled down and getting better soon. So everyone, let's do our meditation first. But since it is quite, I would say this is more than intermediate now. I would say maybe a little bit more advanced than the regular session. So today, meditation time will be a little bit longer than our normally time we meditate in other class. So let's not waste our time any further and enjoy our time together. Right? Let's begin our meditation. So close your eyes. Relax the mind and body. And adjusting yourself, sitting in a relaxed and comfortable position where you won't feel any tension on your body. And relax truly, beginning from the top of your head. Relax down to your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Loosen your eyelids. No need to use your eyes. Try to look and see during your meditation. Making your face softer, light on your head, continuing to your neck and shoulder. And adjusting your back, your whole body. Make yourself feeling free from all the tension that may arise. And adjust both of your arms down to the tip of your hands. Relax your legs your knees all the way to your feet completely, making your whole body totally comfortable, finding the right balance for yourself is the key. If you do just right, you would feel that you want to stay in this position without moving or adjusting for all the rest of your meditation. Spending this few moments adjusting yourself and continue on to adjust your mind. Empty your mind, putting down everything aside for this moment. Now is the time to rest both body and mind. So imagine that you are alone in this place, somewhere in the nature, near the waterfall, in an open space. Make you feel calm, relaxed, and peaceful, without anything or anyone to disturb you. Make you feel like you are the only one in this world, and your whole body is light, empty, like an empty shell or container. Then take a deep breath. Slowly breathing it out. Make you feel calm, relaxed. Clear your thoughts while you breathe out and breathe in with your mind, your awareness back inside yourself, and resting your mind softly, gently inside your body, around your abdomen. Or any point that you feel just right to rest your mind within your body. So observe yourself while stay relaxed throughout the meditation. Enjoy your rest in the silence in this moment, and maintain your mind, your awareness inside, while lightly imagine Imagine the sun shine inside your body and observe the sun peacefully, making yourself become an observer or the viewer. What you see, you only observe. What you feel, just remain neutral. Become friend with your own mind and your own thought. The mind enjoy its freedom. No need to push or forcing yourself to stop thinking. Instead, remain calm and observe. Or if you like, you could recite the mantra to calm your mind and finding yourself inner peace. And the mantra is Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Continue recite your mantra in your mind to find yourself inner peace, or freeing your mind from the thought that may arise. So let's take our time finding ourselves inner peace together in this moment until the appropriate time. Stay still. Allow your mind to rest inside yourself. When the mind comes to a standstill, joy and peace would arise. Feel in your mind and expand, cover your body, feeling light, spacious inside. Expand your feeling of inner peace as far, as wide as you can, sharing your feeling of stillness, of peace and joy with the people that you love, beginning with yourself, your family, your friends. Expanding further and further, cover your room, your home, your neighborhood, your town, your state, your country, eventually the whole world, reaching all the beings in this world, love one another, free from all kinds of suffering and dangers, sending loving kindness and peace to the people who suffer in Ukraine, reaching all the matters to be settled. May everyone be kind to each other, not just human, but animals and all living beings. May they be at peace, and all situations to be solved and settled very soon. Spread our love in kindness for a few moments. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe, think it out. Allow the mind to stay and maintain its balance in mindfulness and relaxation within yourself as long as you can. Continue on after the meditation so the mind can be with inner peace wherever you go, in whatever you do. The mind that's finding peace, it would find a way to maintain and stay in this feeling. So stay within yourself to maintain your inner peace. As the tradition, the monk would give the blessing so you can open your eyes after the blessing. Sappha Puttha Nupavena, Sappha Dhamma Nupavena, Sappha Sankha Nupavena, Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. You can now slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoy your inner peace time in this session with me. So I hope you are able to spread your loving kindness and sending peace. Eventually, it should solve and it should help, at the very least, to ourselves. The mind foreruns everything. What we think, we become. So at this time, rather than worry, instead maintain our peace, and the peace shall help us find a way to connect. And so everyone, allow me to check your meditation experience. And so, does anyone experience peace inside today? Could you raise your hand, please? All right, thank you. Anyone able to relax today at this time? Good. And feeling like time fly by very fast? Wait a minute, it's quite early. Anyone sleeping? Ashley, are you there? Oh, maybe you're sleeping. All right, there you are. Okay, all right. So that's good to see everyone face and smile. So today I have bring something, maybe topic that caught your attention to our session today. It is, as mentioned earlier, the qualification for meditation. As it is, sometimes we want to be enlightened. Sometimes we want to be free from suffering. We don't want to, experience this pain anymore. And we all know that in order to, if you recall the previous session I had taught in Buddhist Knowledge, there are many things that we can learn in order to approach in this state, like practice or understanding the Four Noble Truths, go with the Eightfold Path, yada yada and all. But hey, those are a way to go there to reach. But before that, there are some qualifications that we need to know first. Not just everyone, hey, you understand, you read this and you get it. It won't work like that. These are more kind of like practice. So that's today. I brought some of the sutra that can also help you understand a little bit further in depth about these enlightenment things that many people have been talking about. And so, qualification for enlightenment. In fact, as it is implied, not only limit to human, anyone who is interested and practice under focus on this path, they will surely attain. But it has to be in some qualification first that one can go. And in this qualification, we're not talking about basic, okay, like practice observing precepts, practice of charity, or practice meditation. Those are just only regular practice before you decide to go practice as a monkhood. But can one enlightenment without being a monk? Yes. But when you become enlightened, your mind are so purified in this state that it doesn't really want to make it taint in his, like make it more defiled. Like for example, if you have to make a living, in order to do that you may have to struggle. Sometimes you also breaking the precepts, stealing, or using your words in order to achieve what you want. It is something that sometimes making our mind cloud, unable to purify or maintain its purity. So that's in this, we're not talking about those basic. But to this for this qualification, one would have already passing that step already. Okay, so you understand this path. I'm not talking about the basic, all right? And there are many qualifications that mention according to the sutra. And in fact, when the Buddha taught to someone, he also looking at the listener and his audience, who or what kind of wisdom, what kind of intelligence, how they understand. So in this case, when he practiced or when he taught this, he addressed to the monk. So when he addressed the monk, it means the monk already has that kind of basic that I mentioned. So therefore, we're gonna go in this level, all right? In here from Senasana Sutra, in Anguttara Nikaya 10 and section 10 and in section 11, subsection 11. In this sutra, the Buddha himself stated that monks, you can see now he addressed monks, he don't address people. If he address people, he would tell them their family name. So in here he said, excuse me, monks, when a monk who possesses 5 factors resort to and use a lodging that possesses 5 factors, so it's implied that there are 5 factors. In no long time, with the destruction of the tens in here it means defilements, he might realize for himself with direct knowledge in this very life right away. Tenless, the liberation of mind, reparation by wisdom, and having entered up on it, dwelling in it. In other words, if you have these 5 qualifications in the suitable place, you are sure to attain enlightenment. So now, what qualification? That's what we're going to talk about today. Yes, we can build it up. So let's take a look. First, he himself, when he talked to the monk, he must have faith. Faith in here in the wisdom of the Buddha that he taught. Faith in his what? He doesn't lie. He doesn't make this up. He has faith that the knowledge through the practice of purity, training through his mind to be still, that the Buddha has found this wisdom and share with others. It is the way that can really truly help, and there are people benefit and also can practice and become witness on it. If he firmly believes that he understand on this, he will surely having this qualification. In other words, understand not only just the teaching of the Buddha, understand the law of karma, And everything that has been mentioned, and you can also check it out on the previous session on our Buddhist knowledge. So this is the first qualification. It's kind of like when you are sick and you need to go to hospital and you meet a doctor. And when the doctor comes, you must have faith that this doctor will surely be able to help you, cure you from your disease. If you don't have faith on that, no matter what the doctor said and give you the medicine, you will not be able to cure because you don't follow what instruct. So same thing here. If you are going to practice and train yourself to earn enlightenment, at least have the faith in this guidance that the Buddha has mentioned and taught. Second, he must be healthy. Yes, here come again. When you are having faith, it may not be enough if you are not healthy. So if you are going to practice meditation, attain enlightenment, it is better to have healthy or being healthy. Imagine when you are meditate and you are feeling very good, but at today or at that time you're having cold. So when you meditate, you have runny nose. To stop yourself sneezing, it's quite disturbing. So you just try to, inhale it. You can feel it, right? So it's quite disturbing when you have this running nose on practice meditation. It is similar in the same way. So when you practice meditation, it is better for one to being healthy. And so that way, he can go deeper into his stillness. Because when the mind becomes still, if there's a pain arise, it could disturb quite easily if one's mind is not trained to be still for a long time or properly. So it could be disturbed as well. Third, he should be free of boasting, presence, or secrets. In other words, he's an open person. He himself is honest person. If he is honest, whatever he do, he don't have secrets. People understand and trusted him. So whatever he say, it will not be not far from the truth. So thus he always be honest. So this way his mind are always straightforward, clear and clean like a blank sheet of paper. So thus he himself is purity and purified, at least for the mind, not to be involved or tainted by defilements or things that could help him become doing something wrong or bad. So this is the third characteristic that required. Because otherwise, if, for example, if one is very intelligent and he keep boasting about himself, soon or later he will be succumb to his mistake. So with overconfidence and things. So therefore, being free of boasting, presence, and secrets, in other words, being honest, is the third requirement in these characteristics. But number 4, well, even if you have these 3 qualifications, but without the 4, one could never reach destination. That is, striving ceaselessly to overcome unwholesomeness and increase wholesomeness. Wholesomeness in here is mean the good action. Unwholesome is opposite, which is bad action. So in other words, in here, striving seriously, the pretext in here, the pretext in here is meant practicing meditation tirelessly, striving on, try to train one's mind to be still, so that way one can reach the supreme state of mind that is subtle when the mind becomes still. It is something that requires. But if you have all the qualification but you don't meditate, one would never reach that goal. So number 4 is required. But once you get on this, number 5 will be the fruit. And that is, he must be wise. In other words, when his mind becomes still, step by step, the level of his wisdom will be gained bit by bit, in eventually making himself become wise. These are the 5 qualifications. How wise? At the very least, he knows what he should and should not do, and he can also teach himself and correct himself when he make mistake. At the very least, that's the bottom line. But having these 5 qualifications, but if he is in the wrong place, it will not be sufficient to attain neither. So the Buddha also mentioned that for one having these 5 characteristics, he himself must be at the good place, not just any place. And what are the good places that the Buddha mentioned? Kind of like when you are a good meditator, but if your room or the place where you stay are noise and disturbance, it will be difficult to find peace. That is why sometimes it's better to find seclusion in a quiet place. In the past, they don't have such big city, so people would go into forest. So that's what are the 5 qualifications for the place that's suitable for one to attain inner peace. These are like the map for one to build the temple. So most of the Buddhist temple in the past, they use this as a guideline. 1, it must not be too close or too far, not too busy by the day, and it must be peaceful at night, without noise or insects or snake and those kind of lizard or reptile that disturb your practice of meditation. So therefore, when you go meditate, it is better to that place that's not too far, not too close to the city, easy for transportation, and it's very peaceful at night and not busy by the day. Otherwise, you couldn't find any peace. Not too crowded with many people, and it also doesn't have much insect or reptile. So that way, when you close your eyes, nothing would disturb your meditation. This is one requirement. So today, location is also the place that is required. Second, yes, it must be provided with easy or abundant with 4 necessity or 4 requisites. It means that if you are monks, at the very least, you stay in that place, you won't be suffer, easy to find food. Imagine meditate in an empty stomach, would that feel, right? Anyone had breakfast yet though? How do you feel when you meditate this morning with me? Oh, Venerable, my stomach growling, I'm hungry. But anyway, it's almost time. And so I'm alright with it. You have that kind of feeling, right everyone? I know. So therefore, it is something that also requires. So that way when you meditate, you don't have to worry about food, medicine, place to stay, and the weather is nice and the clothes is also, keep you warm. Third, this is very special because it's required, mentioned in here. What do you mean require that? No matter how good is the place, but if there is no teacher, a good teacher in there, no matter how good it is, it will not be benefit much. That is why if there is a place with the good teacher in there, disregard where it is, people will go there. So that's, as you can see in here, in Thailand, there are many famous monks, but they live in the forest. So if people want to learn from them, they have to go deep into the forest to learn from the monk. It regard of where it is, if he is famous and he can teach and he can train people, there will be people searching his guidance there. And so that place become the third, this become the third requirement for amenable location, which is there must be an elder or teaching monk nearby. But if there are teaching monks, is it enough? No. There must be the fourth one that required too, which is if the place has a famous teaching monk, but there's no one go see him, how can it be done? So that is why the student or someone must make their effort to go seek his guidance and learn from the monk. Otherwise, it will be useless. This is the fourth requirement. But the most difficult one are this, which is that elder monks or teaching monk must be willing to teach, or he is able to teach. In other words, if there are people and there are teaching monks, but he don't want to teach, disregard how good the place is, it will not be fruitful because there is no education, no training. So the teaching monk must be willing to teach, and the student must be willing to learn. These conditions met, then the enlightenment or this will be fulfilled. So these, if you compare it, there will be 10 factors that involve with the people and the place. If these 5 are met, the Buddha even mentioned that within 7 days, the fact that it is 1 day, later it will be 7 days or 7 weeks. 7 weeks or 7 months or 7 years. That's it, no more than that. If they have this qualification met, surely they will do. And that's everyone. If you are searching and finding and try to find yourself, this enlightenment, this at the very least the guide map, a roadmap for you to reach for enlightenment. So as it is in conclusion, the Buddha said that when a monk who possesses these 5 factors resolves to use a lodging that possesses these 5 factors in no long time, and I type it wrong, with the destruction of the rains, he might, with the taints, it's not rain, the taint, okay, he might realize for himself with direct knowledge in this very life the taintless liberation of mind, liberation by wisdom, and having entered upon it and dwell in it. Dwell in it is that once the mind become penetrate through inner peace, he himself open the path to nirvana, and his mind will stay or dwell in it. And so these are from Senasana Sutra. It doesn't explain much, but it is like the guide map for anyone who are looking for a way, a place, or how, whether he himself are capable or not. So this is something that hopefully, I'm sure, some of us are looking for a way. Some of us just, want to learn. But this could be benefit if you use it as a guideline to check yourself. And so everyone, I hope this knowledge that sharing with you today, even though the sutra itself doesn't train much, but it gives you a lot of things that valuable for you to check. However, the question still remains. We know what it is now. The question is, how can we gain these 5 factors? Well, everyone, let's keep that to our next Buddhist knowledge next time. How can we gain these 5 factors of qualification? We can do that, and there is a way. But it's in different sutra or different way of practice. But let's keep that for another time, so that way we can also practice and train our mind further. Before we part today, there are some announcements to be made for those of you who already know or don't. But either way, let me hear me out. First of all, my journey continue every Saturday except the first Saturday of the month, like today. Next week will be me. But if I'm not available, there will be video just like Inner Peace Daily instead. I think next week I might have a invitation to go outside the temple. So therefore, I gain my freedom. So therefore, I may be, I may not, but I may be, I may be not yet. I don't know about the schedule. It should be finalized by this Monday. But either way, that's the scheduled program. All right. And so next full moon, I would like to invite everyone to come join us on this full moon. This full moon is very important because this is the gathering of our community, and at this time it will be on March 17. Just to let you know that on March 13, time changing. Yes, daylight saving time is changed. So therefore, check your time and calendar too. All right, March 13. Okay, so next Inner Peace Sunday will be different time. Instead of 7:30, it could be 8:30. Yes, you can get up late a little bit. Yeah, right, Ashley? All right. And next announcement. Inner Peace Daily always run, so anyone who have time come. Right now, I just check on my schedule, and you guess what? At this time, the whole temple require that we must meditate online for 2 weeks. So in the afternoon time, I think I have time, so I will come meditate every one of you on Inner Peace Daily regularly at the same time. But except if I'm really have a schedule conflict, I may not show up, but still there will be the video provide. So you are within from this Monday 2 weeks after this, I will be guiding meditation with you all. So come meditate, pray for Ukraine. All right. Next, if you have not followed yet, I suggest you check it out in my YouTube channel. Right now, currently it's still broadcasting uh, on YouTube too, but I'm broadcasting in different ways, so it won't show your face on YouTube, just only my face enough. So they won't too bad, they don't see Panda or our PTMC on the screen either. But either way, if they want to see, they have to come on in our Zoom only. All right. Next, here we go. This will be quite difficult, but if you're interested, you are welcome to join. This is my on for local. This is level 1 only, but level 2 will continue on this because people over here are interested and they invite me to teach special course. So that's I opened a new course, but this time will be quite different format than the one that you learn. But you are welcome to join on Zoom every Friday. It will be in the afternoon time though, in your time. I think it's probably around this time. No, it will be in afternoon time. So check out. But it in here in England it will be 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So it starts from March 11 to April 1st. All right. If you're interested to come join, feel free to. And Zoom room will be different because they asked to use over here Zoom room. But I will posting in my Facebook. Okay. And last but not least, many people already bought the book. If you don't, there's still time. Selling both paperback and Kindle. Check it out. Healing Power of Meditation by Miss La. Okay. And yes, this today too, I have session. So if anyone, I don't meditate with you this afternoon, this morning, I want to come. So afternoon is always available. So if you have time, come in your time, available. At 7, it will be 1 p.m. in Chicago time, so Central time. So if you have time, come join us. And last but not least, yes, this is my my session today, 7 p.m. The Zoom room is right here. Alright. Right, thank you everyone for joining me today. And I hope you enjoy your time practice meditation. And I hope to see you again in our next Buddhist Knowledge. And see you again next time, everyone.